The new season of BattleBots is well underway, and with it comes excitement around what the new Hexbug toys will be. Last year, we the fans were overjoyed to have been listened to in finally getting robots with dual weaponry and rechargeable batteries in the robots. So with that said, what will Hexbug bring us this time round? We found out yesterday that there is an announcement coming this Friday, announcing who will be the new BattleBots to become Hexbug toys. With all that said and done then, it's well overdue the time that I should be making this year's Hexbug BattleBots predictions. As usual, I have paired them up into set predictions, however these are the robots that I think have the strongest chance of getting in. You'll also notice this year I've predicted 14 robots instead of the usual 10. I just couldn't make up my mind, but I haven't included any honourable mentions this year. First up at number 7, we have Kraken versus Huge. This was an amazing matchup, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Kraken with the harpoon sticking out of the front to try and snag Huge's wheels. Huge coming in, all guns blazing with nothing to lose. What a matchup, what a fight this was. I've always been reluctant to say either of these robots as Hexbug toys. I finally cracked last year and said Kraken. However, I did mention that there wouldn't be enough space inside the robot for things like batteries. However, seeing as they've brought in the new rechargeable batteries, there's most definitely space for both of these now. In at number 6, we have Uppercut versus Ribbot. Two robots that made it onto last year's list as well. Uppercut and Ribbot had a thoroughly amazing season last year. Uppercut managing to blow up a robot, Ribbot managing to smash others to bits, and this matchup between these two robots was awfully explosive as well. Uppercut has gone on to blow up yet another robot in the 2021 season, so it's no wonder that it's back on my list. Ribbot, meanwhile, now boasts one of the most powerful setups in BattleBots history, something that could be replicated very nicely with those new batteries. In at number 5, it's Lockjaw versus Shatter. Two differing weapons of vertical spinner, because I just know that Hexbug love making them, and Shatter the Axebot. Shatter actually has a Hexbug already made by Adam Wrigley, who showed it off on the Robocast not all that long ago. And as for Lockjaw, it's been an absolute age since its name was thrown into the mix for a potential Hexbug toy. I think with a Bounty Hunter's win behind them, this is the time to be making a Lockjaw. And just think how much fun it would be to actually knock off that ablative armour from Shatter. Number 4 is a fight we saw twice last year in Copperhead versus Gigabyte. The first time around, Copperhead managed to completely de-shell Gigabyte. The second time around, however, Gigabyte fought back hard, causing all sorts of sparks and an explosive battle of bounty hunters. This is a matchup I absolutely loved, and it was amazing to see it on TV, and I'd love to have it as a toy as well. Gigabyte, a full-body spinner, a design that we haven't yet seen in Hexbug form, and it's been a while since we've seen a drum spinner as well, something for Copperhead to feature. It's quite small, so those new batteries will really help it out. In at number 3, it's Hypershock versus Skorpios. Another bounty hunters match this one. These two bots put on an amazing show. We saw alternative setups for Skorpios. Hypershock we know has alternative setups this year. They're slightly different to they were last year, which is always a concern because changing your design too much will get you away from having a Hexbug toy. It happened to Hypershock before. However, it's not quite as radical a redesign as the 2016 to the 2018 season, which is when Hypershock was last meant to get a toy. These two bots would be amazing, and we've seen the dual weaponry come into play. We need that Skorpios and a Hypershock, please. In at number 2, it's Bloodsport versus Tantrum. Starting off with Tantrum, again the dual weaponry is here with the punching, spinning setup that would just be really so very cool to have in Hexbug form. It's such a small, compact design that those batteries are going to help it out a lot, and you could also feature the Shrimek the same way as the Witch Doctor one worked back in 2018. Bloodsport, meanwhile, I think would be really cool to have it actually be able to self-right. Wouldn't that just be awesome if they managed to get the dimensions and everything right, and the torque on the spinner to be able to do it? Lastly, in at number 1, and could it have been anybody else but the Champions Endgame versus Hydra. The first main event of this season of BattleBots, the 2022 season that is, Endgame versus Hydra, was a little bit underwhelming as a fight. However, These two bots have put on amazing shows all throughout 2021. Hydra going undefeated in their run-up to the bracket at the end of the season, and of course Endgame winning the whole damn thing. Either of these robots could be a pretty safe assumption. It's just what pairing do they end up going for? Is it this, or one of the other robots I've mentioned? After last year, I see very few drawbacks as to why some of these robots wouldn't be made. The small compact designs is something that the batteries can help out with massively. The motors are getting smaller as well. We've seen with such robots as Tombstone last year. I see no reason why any of these couldn't be up there as the ones to pick. We'll have to wait and see. Until Friday, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Be sure to check out World of Woodrow over on Facebook to keep up to date with all of the latest news. And be sure to check out the World of Woodrow Discord to get in on all of that fun action. We'll see you there. Bye-bye.